Hi Equity class, this is my mid-semester report for my funding proposal for Diversity and Service Fund under the United Service Initiative. So this is a funding proposal that appeals to the U.S. Department of State to create a Diversity and Service Abroad Fund under a hypothetical initiative called United Service that was hypothetically established in 2018 to promote diversity in domestic and global service learning. The Diversity and Service Abroad Fund seeks to increase global service learning provider capacity in sending underrepresented students enrolled in high school or post-secondary institutions on global service learning experiences through the provision of institutional grants of up to $20,000 US. This would be a dynamic public-private sector collaboration between the U.S. government, Peace Corps, AmeriCorps, Campus Compact, Global Service Learning, International Association for Research and Service Learning and Community Engagement, and so on. And this was really inspired to me from the Innovation Fund for the 100,000 Strong in the Americas program that I had interned under while working at Partners of the Americas. This kind of same setup is something that they have for supporting institutions in study abroad for underrepresented participants. So some definitions that are really important to understand: underrepresented demographics, low income, minority, first generation, community college, LGBTQ, disabled and other non-traditional students would be sort of the target demographics. Global service learning is defined by Hartman and Keeley as a community-driven service experience that employs structured, critically reflective practices to better understand common human dignity. So think about experiences like alternative breaks, to semester abroad service learning, gap year programs. There's service, but there's also structured learning objectives involved. And then global service learning providers are defined as educational institutions, agencies, consortiums, can be nonprofit, for-profit. It's pretty wide open there. So why global service learning? I know many of you might be thinking that international service learning is the more accepted term, and it absolutely is. In particular, the Bringle and Hatcher definition is the most widely kind of understood and agreed upon term of international service learning, and that defines international service learning as a structured academic experience in another country in which students participate in organized service activity that addresses identified community needs. And you can read the rest of the definition for yourself there. But in 2015, this researcher named Dawn Whitehead advocated for the evolution of terminology from international to global service learning, and kind of advocated for this reframing of the focus from location, explicitly from another country, or that international term, to the content, and promoting this notion that service learning can have global frameworks and outcomes that can be achieved at home and abroad. So think about pre-departure coursework or even post-program domestic service and reflection. And so because of that, I find that kind of the more preferable framework for service learning, and so I use that term. Some of the objectives of this is to increase the percentage of participants of international service learning to more accurately reflect the student demographics in the U.S., increase financial capacity of service learning providers to support enrollment of underrepresented students, and improve inclusive practices in participant recruitment and selection, as well as experience management and evaluation in the field of global service learning.